Talking about his heart center experience is patient Richard Desantola. Mr. Desantola, please tell us about your experience at the Heart Center.
Well, the experience happened on November the 1st of 2011. And what happened was that day I got up like any other day and I went to work as a teacher. I was suffering from a sinus infection, so I wasn't 100%, but I felt well enough to go to work. As the morning progressed, I began to feel worse. And I decided to go home. And when I got home, I took my blood pressure and it was extremely high. So I knew something else must be going on. So I got in the car and drove myself to the emergency room, which I know you're not supposed to do, but that's what I did. I got to the emergency room and they confirmed that my blood pressure was high. They sent me to the chest pain center where they hooked me up to monitors and took blood. About a half hour later, Dr. Ling came in to see me. And she said that one of the enzymes specific to the heart was elevated and there was something going on with the heart, which I, of course, rejected and said I was fine and I wanted to go home. But she insisted that they were going to admit me, and so they did. The next morning, I woke up and they took me to have an angiogram procedure done. And I was very comfortable. I didn't feel any pain, and the doctor was doing the procedure and everything was fine, and the first couple of arteries were great. And then I heard him say, uh-oh, which is never a good sign. And he said there was a 100% blockage in one of my main arteries. And that usually, when it's that bad, they usually have to do a bypass. But he was going to try to clear it. Fortunately, he was able to, and he put a stent in there, which restored full blood circulation. And then I was taken back to my room, and it hit me just how fortunate I was. They told me that the kind of situation that I was in is not that uncommon for men around my age, but the problem is that most of us put it off as something else. We attribute the pain to muscle ache or something. That's why they call it the widowmaker, because usually the first thing that happens to you is a massive fatal heart attack. So I consider myself blessed and fortunate that I had some sort of warning and I was able to get first-class treatment. From that moment that I arrived in the ER until present, the staff and the doctors at the Heart Center have been nothing but fantastic. I just had my 3-month follow-up set of exams, and I'm doing very well on my road to recovery. So all I can say is my witness is that this is a very good heart facility. They care about you, and you're not just a number.
How did the doctor manage to keep you from leaving the first night?
Well, she was very persuasive. It probably helped that my mother and my fiance were present in the room telling me to listen to the doctor. You know, as a stubborn Italian, sometimes I can be pretty insistent. But I think in my heart, I knew that something must be wrong and I should just be quiet and listen to the doctor.
Would you recommend the Heart Center to a friend or relative?
Without hesitation, I would send them here to the Hudson Valley Heart Center. It is first-class treatment from beginning to end. And I had past experience with my own dad, and he received the same kind of care. But it's really when you experience it personally that you understand how important it is to have first-class care close to home.